Hello and welcome back to the channel. My name is Krashy, and today I'm going to be doing a casting video over the final game of the Losers Bracket Finals of the NA Pokemon Unite Championship Series Finals for the month of February. I am just wanting to make some fun content, want to get some practice casting. It's going to be by myself. It's going to have no audio context from the in-game audio, so it's a little scuffed. I'm solo casting, but let's have some fun with it. So let's go ahead and jump into it. We got Jeff and Sparaggles on screen right now. They should be getting thrown into the game very soon, so I'll kind of have to jump in. So game number 3 going to be starting. We have Blvckhvnd on that purple side, Blvckhvnd going to be on the orange side. And again, for you at home, this is the Losers Bracket Finals. The winner of this game, as it's tied up 1-1 in the series, will be facing off against Game & Gladiators in the grand finals. We're going to be seeing if this game will provide some kind of excitement for us. We do see this bottom lane now. Slashcan has that first 5 points, and we're already seeing that handshake going up in the top lane, but that quick level 4 gank coming out from the Score Bunny in the top lane already started to go down with a very interesting fight here on that bottom lane. Blvckhvnd getting poked out quite a bit, but they're trying to fight for some of that farm. You can see the lane looking pretty even here, so it does look like Blvckhvnd going to be looking to get a little bit of aggression in that bottom lane. Overlord finding himself in a bit of a tough situation. Chaotic now stepping forward as that, level 4 gank again has no red buff on him there, so you can actually see that doing that slower clear might potentially put him a little bit behind. He's not going to be able to go back in for that Blvckhvnd, so no red buff, no attack on hit slow rather, to kind of provide any kind of support. So 850Bs now coming up, and unfortunately it looks like we might have some kind of an issue with the Eldegoss, but we'll have to listen in to see if there's any news on that. But it does look like Slashcan and Kyrios in that bottom lane trying to fight for these Bs if they can. Bloodline can step in with that Sing, so you do see the experience kind of going the way of Blvckhvnd now. Unfortunately, again, maybe have some kind of a technical error that we'll have to wait and listen in on. But we do see the rest of the map kind of breaking off into even positions. A couple of Lucarios fighting in that top lane with the Cinderace going to be in that mid lane, just farming up, getting the wild Pokemon that they can. Slashcan stepping forward, trying to get some more secures. Again, we do see that picture-in-picture kind of view in that top lane. They're fighting, they're trying to get those dunks in, trying to be aggressive, and looking for as much experience as possible. 8 minutes on the clock, so we're about, a little over a minute away, and this is all that race to level 9 that we're going to be seeing on these jungle positions. That center position for the Cinderace, the attacker in that mid lane, going to be looking to get as much experience as possible. Now kind of slowing down, a bit of an early game lull as we wait for any farm to come up. 720Bs are going to be out, and just a bit, 15 or 25 seconds rather, the 720Bs will be up, and we'll see which lane Kyrios, or rather the junglers, not Kyrios, are going to be looking to attack. So 2v2 is still happening in that top lane. Do see Chaotic kind of meeting up there as well. Now still fighting in this bottom lane. And again, the bottom lane looking to favor the side of Blvckhvnd a tiny bit. Not too bad. It's been mostly a neutral lane, and does look like top lane is going to actually get a lot of experience now with a kill or two, a couple knockouts there. Chaotic putting himself to level 8 is going to find himself quite a bit of experience off of those knockouts, those KOs, as well as the experience that he gets with putting those points in the goal. Now 5 members are bottom for Blvckhvnd here, so they have to be careful with 4 seconds left on the clock. That's going to be that first Dreadnought spawn timer, as well as Rotom. We're going to see if they have any way to get down here in time. Slashcan trying to push himself forward if he can, wants to put himself on top of that, and it does look like Blvckhvnd is able to secure that. Kyrios is going to find his way into that Dreadnought, is going to go ahead and secure that, and now we have Chaotic running wild. He has that level 9 Unite move, and it looks like Overlord has the Unite move as well. So we'll see if they can push this advantage, see if they can get themselves kind of in that back line and push towards this goal. Now they're going to be dunking on there. It looks like a 16-point dunk and a 40-point dunk going to be coming out. We'll see if they decide to break this. A pretty common strategy if you're new, if you haven't watched a lot of competitive Pokemon Unite, is to keep this goal alive. They don't want to score, just the right amount of points. They might save it for an overscore, meaning they can score more than the allotted remaining score on that goal, but also they can keep it up. And you can see Kyrios here farming these Audinos. If they were to break that goal, these Audinos right here would not be there. So using that kind of strategy to push themselves into the lane, to keep someone into the lane, but get themselves a point lead. We see that 149-12 in that top, section of the UI, you can kind of see that Blvckhvnd actually does have control of the game in terms of score, and we'll see how they can transition this into the mid game. So 5:50 on the clock. The Rotom is still up in top lane. Now, Western meta kind of dictates they don't really care to be overly aggressive for it, and you might see score comps play a little bit more hectic and kind of fly around the map a little bit more. We saw that earlier in the day on the EU broadcast, but we're seeing this slow down a little bit. It does look like Blvckhvnd's going to go ahead and let them get control of that, and they might just have to give this tower up. They don't have the support, so they're going to put that big 32 overdunk potentially, or they might hold on to it, try to keep that lane up again. Kind of a similar thought process there. They don't want to give them all that farm, and now we see the response from bottom lane from Blvckhvnd. They are going to go ahead and break out that tower. Didn't see what that score was, but 160 to 112 in total. These players are going to be doing their best to... Oh, and look at that, a big Unite move coming out from downtown. That's going to be Celestial dropping that Blazing Bicycle Kick, but now followed up by a Unite move coming out from Slashcan. So 1-to-1 trade in terms of knockouts here. 5 seconds remaining on the clock, and it does look like both of these players will be alive. So we're down 2 Unite moves, 1 on either side, and this is coming into this big mid-game fight because this experience lead could be what kind of dictates what team is in the lead going towards the end there. Now you do see that big Sing, or actually Unite move coming out from Wigglytuff, that Starlight Recital, and we're going to see it looks like Blvckhvnd running away with it very quickly. Starlight Recital not enough to keep them alive. You see Curios and Chaotic putting out a ton of damage in that fight, so really closing that one out there. Going to be a 4 knockout, kind of streak coming out from Curios, and now pushing himself a little bit further, a level 11 on the Venusaur. We're going to see them try to focus a little bit of farm, try to put that towards level 13, and Full Send's Venusaur only going to be level 9, so a really tough position to potentially be in if you're Full Send here, but they do have a pretty close game in terms of score. It's that experience that they have to look out for. The potential rotation here from bottom lane from Full Send. Now you do see Red Love putting in that Unite move. He's trying to press forward. He's using the Giga Drain, the Pedal Dance as much as he can to stay alive, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do so successfully. They do find 1 knockout, so that's going to be good in terms of getting some more experience because they are a little bit behind, but Overlord doing the same in the top lane. Now going to get a 46 overdunk. That's going to be a lot of additional points there. You can see the implications of that on that scoreboard, and with the Rotom spawning up, this will be the last kind of mid-map objective outside of Zapdos in that final stretch, but we have 1 minute and 30 seconds remaining till we reach that final moment, and Overlord looking to rip this here. So a bit of posturing from both teams, trying to get the farm that they can. You see Red Love going to be farming that outside lane in that top lane. Venusaur trying to hold down the bottom lane from Curios. And look at this, stalling this here. I like this play. They're stalling this Rotom cap. They want to be able to provide that pressure in the lane, but there's no rush to take it. They don't want Otter to come up here and steal it, so they're forced to take it now. But as they see that this is pushing down the bottom lane, there's a timer up for that Dreadnought. They might potentially be able to rotate down for that Dreadnought. Again, left-hand side, you see Curios taking all of the farm. He's in that top lane. There's some top lane Bs. Red Love, Otter, they're looking to potentially push across, maybe get some kind of score to bring themselves back if they don't feel like they can contest, and that's what we're seeing here. So even though this timer getting very low, they're not going to let that back cap happen. They don't want to let them close the gap on this lead, and they don't necessarily need their entire team in the bot lane. So Celestial, looks like Celestial might be able to go ahead and secure this. They do use Overlord's power-up punch to go ahead and grab that as well, and this is the final stretch coming up in 24 seconds. The slowest one comes down. Mopwop looking to potentially catch out Red Love, but he's going to go ahead and walk away. The 210 to 133 lead is holding strong. We still have Curios in that top lane. Curios finding himself on level 14 on Venusaur, so a very strong Venusaur. Unfortunately, Red Love's still going to be level 12, and we're going to have to see how they decide to deal with this because he's not getting that plus level on that Pedal Dance. And Pedal Dance, the Unite, kind of combination, giant AoE pressure in this fight, and we're already seeing it start to break down now. The big flip is going to be happening. You see it now. The Unite move's coming out, the Blazing Bicycle Kick, and this is happening so fast. The coin flip, the Zapdos taken very quickly, and nice. It goes towards the side of Full Send. Now Full Send running forward. They have to get as many scores as humanly possible. Red Love's going to put in 100 now. They take the lead. Second 100 point score going to be coming out from the side of Chaotic. So Chaotic is not Chaotic, Celestial rather, is not going to be able to stop that, and Overlord finds that third one as well. A rebuttal score of 80 coming out from Eldegoss, so the big coin flip happening, and it doesn't look like Chaotic was able to stop those turn-ins in that bottom lane, but now they're grouped up, 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. Full Send is holding that lead after a very rough game. They've been able to take it back. They go ahead and coin flip that objective. They don't want to let them get control now. Fighting on this tier 2 goal, you do see them losing a little bit of help, but it looks like Blvckhvnd's the team that's starting to fall fall now. Eldegoss from the side of Full Send is going to go down, and it looks like Red Love has to get himself back, try to get on that healing pad if he can, using that heal, the Giga Drain, the Petal Dance, but now Curios, Blackhand, they're pushing forward. Celestial might be the last one remaining, but no, it's going to be actually Otter comes in, stalling a little bit more time. He goes in that back line, and it looks like he's going to be able to just stop this here. Celestial staying alive, and Blackhand, they look like they were pushing that fight. They look like they had a potential chance to win it, but it does not seem to be the case. Celestial stays alive in this one, is going to go ahead and help his teammate Otter clean that up with 30 seconds remaining. That's going to be all she wrote. All the players on the enemy side are done, and that's going to be Full Send pushing themselves to a 2-1 victory in the series, in the losers bracket finals, where they will now be facing off against Gaming Gladiators in the grand finals. So congratulations to them. We saw a lot of play there, back and forth, just trying to catch up from the side of Full Send, and despite their efforts, they would get a knockout here or there. It came down to that final fight over Zapdos, and they really just needed to kind of use their positioning and actually get themselves into that Zapdos pit to try to secure that kill as fast as possible. So very flippy kind of an end there, but it was Full Send that was able to secure it. Blackhand, unfortunately, not able to keep them out of that pit, and they're going to be done in that third place position. So there you kind of have it. I actually messed up a lot in this one, but it's a lot. I get really, really out of breath and out of things to say after a certain point. I'll go ahead and click on my webcam because I'm just solo casting. I can't really toss away to anybody, but that's a little bit of what my casting sounds like if you've never heard it before. So let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you think about the casting voice versus the talking voice. That kind of the way that I put my voice towards the forefront. I just start to talk about the things that I'm saying. So Overlord getting 8 kills, that whole presentation of casting and stuff is always a lot of fun to do. So thank you so much for watching. I definitely do appreciate it. As always, be sure to be kind of one. Tell someone that you love them, and I'll see you on the next video.